talked about just playing here and how it could maybe look a little bit different. Was it essentially just as you expected when you looked at maybe some of that soft contact, especially off of Eric Lauer, that maybe felt just a little unlucky for him?
Yeah, I thought, early he got behind a lot. They did a good job of just putting the bat on the ball, finding some outfield grass. I'm really happy that he kind of found his way right of the ship and then, got through 6 innings for us. But, yeah, I thought tonight it was a great environment. We certainly, as a Dodge, were pretty well represented, and it was good to see the offense come to life. I thought Max, big homer, Shohei, big homer, Andy with the big homer, and then we just took good at-bats all night long. Kyle had some good at-bats, so yeah, solid game.
Even within there, you talk about the offense, but how good is it when you have someone like Teoscar Hernandez comes back in the lineups and is able to produce things early?
It was good. He was anxious to get back and got a left-handed starter, took some really good at-bats, and it was good to get him back in the mix, and he's certainly a presence.
There's a lot of contact in Eric Lauer's stat line, but at the end of the day, it's still another quality start. When the front office signed him, it was essentially to shore up these innings in the back end of the rotation. How critical has it been that he's been able to do so?
It's been critical. Certainly, every time he takes the ball, it seems like he's going 6 innings, and he's given us some length. We're in the middle of 13 in a row.
Have you ever wondered what really happened between Shohei Ohtani and rookie catcher Dalton Rushing during last week's game? And why that moment suddenly became one of the biggest talking points around the Los Angeles Dodgers? Many fans believed the partnership between Ohtani and Rushing might already be over after their heated on-field disagreement went viral across social media. But now the Dodgers have made their decision, and it has surprised a lot of people. Instead of separating the two, manager Dave Roberts has officially announced that Dalton Rushing will once again catch Shohei Ohtani in Friday night's matchup against the San Diego Padres. That means despite everything that happened just a few days ago, the Dodgers are putting their trust in the young catcher once again. But why did they make this decision? What exactly happened between Ohtani and Rushing? Did the two players really have a problem with each other, or was the entire situation blown out of proportion? And could this decision have a major impact on the Dodgers as they continue their push toward another World Series? Today we're going to break down every detail surrounding the story, explain what really happened on the field, reveal what both Dave Roberts and Dalton Rushing have said since the incident, and discuss what this means for Shohei Ohtani moving forward. Before we begin, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Dodgers news, Shohei Ohtani updates, and MLB coverage. Now, let's get started. Last week, all eyes were on Shohei Ohtani as he took the mound for another important start. But instead of people talking about his pitching performance, baseball fans everywhere were discussing something completely different. During the second inning of the game, Shohei Ohtani and Dalton Rushing appeared to have multiple communication issues behind the plate. The first problem came when the two players got crossed up on a pitch. Ohtani expected one thing, while Rushing anticipated another, and the confusion resulted in a pass ball that allowed a run to score. It was an avoidable mistake that immediately changed the momentum of the inning. But the problems didn't stop there. Throughout the inning, Ohtani wanted to challenge several calls, while Rushing chose not to. Television cameras quickly captured visible frustration from both players, and within minutes, social media exploded with speculation. Fans immediately began asking whether there was tension between the Dodgers' biggest superstar and their young rookie catcher. After the inning ended, cameras showed Dalton Rushing speaking with multiple members of the Dodgers coaching staff in the dugout, including manager Dave Roberts. That only fueled even more speculation that something serious had happened. Following the game, Roberts admitted he wasn't sure whether Rushing would continue catching Ohtani in future starts. That comment made many people believe the Dodgers were considering making a permanent change. However, just a few days later, Roberts has now confirmed that Dalton Rushing will once again be behind the plate when Shohei Ohtani faces the San Diego Padres. This decision sends a very clear message. The Dodgers believe in Dalton Rushing, and they believe this partnership deserves another opportunity. But perhaps the biggest reason for that confidence came from Dalton Rushing himself. Instead of making excuses after the game, the rookie catcher accepted full responsibility for everything that happened. In one of the most mature responses we've seen from a young player, Rushing praised Shohei Ohtani and made it clear that he viewed the mistakes as his own responsibility. Rushing said that Ohtani is the greatest player to ever play the game and that Ohtani has earned the right to call whatever pitches he wants because nobody understands pitching better than he does. Rushing explained that he and Ohtani had already spoken after the game and that there was absolutely no bad blood between them. He even admitted that, as the younger player, it was his responsibility to learn from the situation, move forward, and do whatever he could to help one of the greatest players in baseball succeed. Those comments impressed not only Dodgers fans, but also many people around Major League Baseball. Rather than creating drama, Rushing chose accountability. Rather than blaming Ohtani, he accepted that he still has plenty to learn. That attitude likely played a major role in the Dodgers deciding to keep the pairing together. Dave Roberts has also been very honest about Dalton Rushing's development this season. The Dodgers manager acknowledged that the rookie sometimes allows his emotions to affect his performance. Roberts explained that Rushing puts enormous pressure on himself because he wants to succeed so badly. Whenever things don't go according to plan, frustration begins to show. However, Roberts also emphasized that Rushing understands his most important responsibility as a catcher is serving his pitchers and helping them succeed. According to Roberts, developing emotional control is simply another step in the learning process for a young catcher adjusting to the major leagues. It's important to remember that catching someone like Shohei Ohtani is one of the most difficult assignments in baseball. Ohtani isn't just another starting pitcher. He's one of the smartest players in the game with incredible instincts and years of experience. Catchers must constantly communicate with him, understand his preferences, adjust to his strategy, and remain perfectly synchronized throughout the game. Any small misunderstanding can immediately lead to problems, as fans witnessed during that difficult second inning. Interestingly, after those communication issues occurred, Shohei Ohtani began calling his own pitches starting in the third inning. The adjustment appeared to work extremely well, as Ohtani looked much more comfortable for the remainder of his outing. That naturally raises another question heading into Friday night's game. Will Ohtani continue calling his own pitches, or will he once again rely more heavily on Dalton Rushing? Nobody knows the answer yet, but it will certainly be one of the biggest storylines to watch. Another important factor is Ohtani's recent performance on the mound. Although he enjoyed a brilliant start to the season, the last few outings have been unusually difficult by his incredibly high standards. Over his previous 3 starts, Ohtani allowed 10 runs, including 9 earned runs. Because of those struggles, the Dodgers decided to push his next start back by 2 days, giving him additional rest before facing the Padres. The organization hopes the extra recovery time will help their superstar return to the dominant form he displayed earlier this season. It's worth remembering just how incredible Ohtani was before this recent stretch. During his first 10 starts of the year, while veteran catcher Will Smith handled duties behind the plate, Ohtani surrendered only 5 earned runs in total. Those numbers were among the best in baseball and demonstrated just how dominant he can be when everything is working. Unfortunately for the Dodgers, Will Smith is still recovering from injury and isn't expected to return until sometime after the All-Star break. That reality means Dalton Rushing has an enormous opportunity in front of him. The Dodgers need him to continue growing quickly because they may rely on him for several more important starts before Smith returns. Friday night's game, therefore, becomes much bigger than just another regular season matchup. It becomes an opportunity for Dalton Rushing to prove that last week's incident was simply part of the learning process and not a sign of deeper problems. It also gives Shohei Ohtani a chance to bounce back after a few difficult outings while continuing to build chemistry with his young catcher. Baseball is a game built on communication, trust, and adjustments. Every great pitcher and catcher combination experiences difficult moments. Miscommunication happens. Frustration happens. The difference between successful partnerships and unsuccessful ones is how both players respond afterward. Based on everything we've heard from Ohtani, Rushing, and Dave Roberts, it appears the Dodgers believe these two players have already moved past the incident and are ready to focus entirely on winning baseball games. Fans will certainly be watching every pitch, every conversation on the mound, and every reaction behind the plate when Friday night's game begins. If Ohtani and Rushing work together smoothly, this entire controversy could disappear almost immediately. On the other hand, if communication issues continue, questions about their partnership will only become louder. Either way, this has become one of the most fascinating stories surrounding the Dodgers right now. The organization has made its decision. Dave Roberts is standing behind Dalton Rushing. Shohei Ohtani appears ready to move forward. Now, it's up to both players to prove that the Dodgers made the right choice. What do you think? Did the Dodgers make the correct decision by keeping Dalton Rushing behind the plate for Shohei Ohtani, or should they have gone in a different direction until Will Smith returns? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more Dodgers and MLB updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.